everybody, and welcome back to Pop Portal channel. I'm Artsy, and I am back with another casual deck profile. Cue the intro. So today we're looking at one of my themed decks, and I know what you're thinking. It's Frozen themed, and you're wrong. It's Sword in the Stone themed, but there were obviously some cards that worked better in gameplay. So I threw in a mix of those as well. A lot of my theme decks will have cards that aren't a part of that theme sprinkled in there, but I try to keep those to a minimum. I really like certain cards and I throw those in there with certain colors, but it is a Sword in the Stone themed deck. I specifically wanted to do Sword in the Stone because I do like the bounce back abilities that some of the Merlins and Madame Mims have, but also I really love Sword in the Stone. So I got to make a deck with the cards that I like and the characters that I like seeing. Also, this is an infinity deck, so you're going to see some cards that are obviously out of rotation. It's a fun infinity themed deck. I have 49 inkables and 15 uninkables. I don't like a lot of uninkables. Even 15 is a bit much for me, but it's a themed casual infinity deck, so this one's definitely just for fun. I have a lot of themed cards in here that maybe I wouldn't typically play. They're fun, they're a part of the theme, and they happen to be uninkable. So I have 64 cards total. I love playing 64 card deck. So let's get into it. If you've seen any of the other casual deck profile videos, you know that I like this one drop for Amethyst decks. So Olaf, when this character leaves play, you return chosen character of yours to your hand. This is another bounce back deck that I have. So my plan is to bounce a lot of these characters back. So this is a great one drop. He challenges for 2, just to find card. I have a Sword in the Stone card, Arthur here. He's a great 2-drop, quest for 2. What you want on turn 2, great card. I have 3 of these Arthurs. I have 2 of these Merlins. When you play this character and when he leaves play, look at the top card of your deck. Put it on either the top or the bottom of your deck. So this is a great card just to kind of set up what you're going to have next. I only have 2 right now. There are other cards that do the same thing. I just put him in here for the theme, but he does the same thing as other cards. I have 2 of these Madame Mims. She's Challenger 1 and my other characters gain Challenger 1. She was just kind of fun to throw in for the theme and to have some Madame Mims that I can later shift on. Next, I have 3 of this Merlin. He's an uninkable, and I don't love having uninkables, but this one's a fun one. Has a boost ability, which I haven't tried too much, but it's been really fun with this one. He's 0-3, and when this character is banished in a challenge, if he has a card under him, I can draw 2 cards. So for this deck, that's one of the ways that I draw cards, and he quests for 2. He only has to have 1 card boosted under him in order for me to be able to draw those cards. I have 4 of this Madame Mim Snake. When you play this character, banish her or return another chosen character of yours to your hand. She is 3-3, so she could do some damage right away. Also a way for me to bounce back some of these characters and keep them alive. For example, I can bounce back this Merlin and get that card back into my hand if I want, or keep him alive. I have 2 of these Gathering Knowledge and Wisdom. It's uninkable, but it only costs 2 and it gains me 2 lore. It's a quick and easy way to gain 2 lore. It has won me the game. I like having these like easy questing or easy lore gaining cards. So it's fun, but I only have 2. Some might say my favorite card in Lorcana. I have 4 of this White Rose. When you play this character, gain 1 lore. So I obviously want to use those Madame Mims to bounce this card back to my hand, or use some of these Olafs to bounce this card back to my hand, gain that easy lore. Also, she's 3-3, so she could be a little hard to get rid of, but if I bounce her back and just keep using her for that lore until they banish her. I have 4 of these uninkable 3-cost Arthur. Wizard's Apprentice. Whenever he quests, you may return another chosen character of yours to your hand to gain 2 lore. So some of these cards I want back into my hand, like this one, maybe this one. A lot of these cards I want back into my hand anyway. So if I can gain 2 lore out of that, then awesome. And I have 4 of those. 3 of this Archimedes. It's evasive, 3 cost 2/2, quest for 2. I like having an evasive in there, and since it's Sword in the Stone themed, it had to be Archimedes. I also have another Archimedes shift, so having this one in there to give me the shift option later is great. I only have 2 of these Maleficent cards. I threw this one in there just to draw a card. It doesn't really go with the theme, but she's a sorcerer, so maybe kind of. 4 of this Merlin Crab. This is a great card. It's 3 cost 3/3. When you play this character and when he leaves play, chosen character gains +3 this turn. Half my deck so far, the characters don't have a lot of strength. This is a great card to add that strength to my characters. So again, another one that I don't mind bouncing back and using that ability again and again. This is a great card for my deck, and I have 4 of these. I have another Merlin. I have 4 of these. When you play this character and when he leaves play, gain 1 lore. So it's like the White Rose, but double. So when I play him and when he leaves. So I love to bounce this one back with Olaf, with the Madam Mims. He does 4 damage. So play him, gain a lore, challenge, get banished, gain a lore, and do 4 damage. So it's a great card. I have 4 of these. I have 3 of this Merlin Shapeshifter. Whenever one of your other characters is returned to your hand from play, this character gets +1 this turn. I kind of just threw this one in there to go with the theme. I don't love it because it's a 4 cost and only does 1 damage. I do like the 5 shield. A lot of cards do get returned to my hand during play. So he could get a +1 lore, but he could not. But it's inkable. I could use him as ink, and it's on theme. I have 4 of this Merlin Rabbit. When you play this character and when he leaves play, you may draw a card. Again, twice that I can use this ability. He's a little weak, but maybe with this Merlin Crab, I can do some damage with him. Another one that we're going to just pretend is part of the theme is Ring of Stones. This is a new set 12 card. Your exerted characters can move here for free. Once during your turn, whenever a character moves here, gain 1 lore. So I actually did this during a game. So I have Ring of Stones and Arthur in play. I got a lore from the Ring of Stones. I played Merlin. So when you play this character and when he leaves play, gain a lore. So I got a lore from Merlin. I quested Arthur. When he quests, you may return another chosen character of yours to your hand to gain 2 lore. So I returned Merlin the goat to my hand. So I got the lore from Arthur questing. I got the 2 lore from returning Merlin Goat back to my hand. And when this character leaves play, you gain a lore. So I got another lore for Merlin going back to my hand. So I got 1 from the location, 1 from playing the goat, 1 from questing Arthur, 1 from putting Arthur in the location, 2 for Arthur's ability to remove, and then 1 more for the goat's ability to get a lore. So in that turn, I got 6 lore in that turn just off of these cards. So that's why this location is in there. It does cost 3, but the exerted characters move in there for free, so it's kind of an easy lore. 7 damage, it's kind of it could be a nuisance. So I threw 2 of these new set 12 Wilds Unknown Dash Pars. It's a great card. It's uninkable, but it can rush, so it can challenge the turn it's played, and it can quest the turn it's played. I love it. I love this card. I love that they chose Dash for these abilities. And so since I'm trying to quest early and since I'm trying to get free lore, this is a great card that adds to that. Or I can use them to get rid of some cards. I can also use my other cards to bounce them back if I need to. So like I can quest with this one and then use Olaf to bounce him back and quest it again. So it's a great card. I only have 2 right now. I'm kind of just trying it out. I was trying to not use so many non-Sword in the Stone themed cards. So I think that's why I only have 2 right now, but it's just a great card. I have 3 of these Madam Mim Elephants. So when you play this character, banish her or return chosen character of yours to your hand. So another way that I can bounce cards around. At the start of my turn, I may move up to 2 damage counters from this character to chosen opposing character. She has 7 shield, so I can take some damage and move that damage. This is a great card. I only have 3 of these right now, but I think I would have 4. And she only costs 4. It's a great 4-drop. So I have 2 of these Archimedes, another evasive. I can shift them if I want to. This one has Challenger 3, so it's like a 4/4 during my turn. Any quest for 2. So another one that I think works well with this deck. I can also challenge and maybe bounce them back or quest and bounce them back. So I have those options. 3 of these Madam Mim, Rival of Merlin. It's a shift 3, so I can play it sooner. And I exert to play a character with cost 4 or less for free. And they can gain rush when I do that. At the end of my turn, I banish them. So this has been a useful card with doing some damage. If I use something like the Go or a card that draws me a card or gains me lore when they leave play, then I don't mind them being banished because I still get something out of that. So it's a great card for this deck. I have 2 of these Tinkerbell, another non-Sword in the Stone themed, but I just love this card. If I'm playing Steel, I can't help but throw this card in there. She's just a great card. She deals 1 damage to each opposing character when you play her. So another one that has a when you play ability. So I love bouncing this card back and then using that when you play ability again. When I banish a character, I deal 2 damage to another chosen character. So quest for 2 also. So just a great card. You can't convince me that it's not. I love this card. Lastly, to end on a Sword in the Stone themed card, we have a Madam Mim Cheating Spellcaster. When this character quests, exert chosen opposing character. Request for 2, the bigger card, and I can exert another character. Maybe if they have some characters that I can't get rid of that they're keeping ready. It's just Sword in the Stone themed, so we threw her in here. So that was my Infinity Sword in the Stone themed deck. I hope you liked it or got some ideas or are inspired to build a themed deck or play just for fun. It's so fun to play when you play these casual decks or when you make a themed deck and you play like a combo, even if it's not like a competitive combo or a deck that can win you the game. It is fun to pull off those combos or to use those abilities together or differently with different decks and different cards. So it's been a ton of fun. Let me know what other decks I should build. Let me know what other themes you like, maybe what other characters or some of your favorite Disney movies that you'd like to see, and I'll build a deck around those. We've got a lot of options, especially with an Infinity deck. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That really helps out a lot. Follow us on Instagram, and we'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.